In this video, are you thinking about living in the Heights or Hillcrest area? In this video, I'm going to take you guys on 4 property tours in Hillcrest and the Heights. And in this video, I'm going to take you guys on a virtual tour and talk to you guys about these listings and tell you guys a little bit of info about them. This video is basically a part 2 of the Heights versus Hillcrest video, but this video is going to be basically about the properties that are in Heights and Hillcrest, and they're available on the market. So if you guys have any questions or have any concerns about these properties, let me know down in the comments below. These are all newly listed property tours. Be sure to follow my Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. I post daily real estate tips and weekly property tours. Give those a follow and give an insight on my day-to-day life as a realtor at 20 years old. So without further ado, let's jump right into the video. So if you guys already did notice, we have hit the first property. So in this property is listed at $163,000. This has been newly listed. It's only been listed for almost a week. It's been listed since July 10th. This is a great first-time homebuyer property. This is the reason why I wanted to add it to my list, because not only this property is slim and narrow, but some people like really small properties, and I really was just thinking about, hey, those first-time home buyers, they're really probably looking at something really small, really below the 200K range, and this is the property you really want. So as you walk into this first room, now before we walk into the kitchen area, there is a whole nother living area in there. But I do want to highlight the kitchen, since the kitchen is really mainly the only highlight of this property. This property has a decent modernized kitchen. This kitchen looks like it's been remodeled. This whole listing has been remodeled. And honestly, there's not too much to say about the kitchen area. The kitchen area, obviously, behind it is the master bedroom. And in terms as this is only a 1-bathroom type of a property, it's kind of difficult to, find a bathroom, especially behind the kitchenway. There is a doorway that goes to the backyard of the property. But honestly, like I said, guys, it's not too much to say about the kitchen area. The kitchen area is the only type of highlight of this property. Now let's go ahead and show you the 2 bedrooms of this property. That it may get a little confusing since it is a narrow only property. So I understand that a lot of buyers find it hard to really narrow down. So as soon as you walk into the master bedroom, you are immediately greeted by these newly floored and newly painted walls. Now, as soon as you come in here, this bathroom is super small. You get this walk-in shower, and you get this tiny little toilet and little sink. And honestly, that is as much as you're gonna get in this property. Now, like I said to you guys, it's kind of difficult to figure out which is the second bedroom. Obviously, this is the master bedroom, like I said to you guys. The bedroom, or quote-unquote office area, you can call it. They say it is a 2-bedroom home, but honestly, in my opinion, it's kind of really not, because as soon as you walk in, you're actually gonna have the living room, and then you walk into the next hallway, you're gonna have like I said, it could be another bedroom, but it also could be an office area, and that office area is gonna walk straight into the kitchen. And obviously, that is up to you if you want to make that another bedroom. Me personally, I will make it into an office area. Honestly, this is a great first-time home buyer listing. Like I said, this is available for $163,000. And if you guys are interested, be sure to contact me down below. But without further ado, let's get into the next property that's in Hillcrest. literally right down the street from you guys, another perfect listing. This listing is listed at $169,000, a little bit over from the last one we looked at. This is prior built to 1955. It has a little modern aspect to it, but as you guys can see around the home, it has a little different color suede to it. But like I said, it boasts a modern look to it. It has a outdoor garden, nearby medical. If you are looking into getting into the medical field too, this home is perfect for you. Like I said, UAMS is literally down the corner, literally down the street. And down the street from you is a Billy Mitchell's Club. If you have kids, if you feel like taking them to a daycare, or you feel like taking them to anywhere to babysit, Billy Mitchell's is down the street. But before we get into the kitchen area, I want you guys to show you this spacious living room that it has. It's not too much, it's not too big, it's not too small. It's mainly that perfect aspect. And it's one of the highlights of the property. But the living room is obviously not too big for a big family, mainly probably a couple family or a single family, or anybody who's looking to not have a big property. This property is perfect for a one person or a couple property. It's not too much to say, but before we get into any of that, let's get into the kitchen area, which is mainly the highlight aspect of this property. Now, like I said about the kitchen area is really one of the main house's highlight points. It's well maintained, it's well spacious, as you can see around. It's very modernized. They look like the sellers really cleaned it up with this old-fashioned wooden design. I personally kind of like it, and me personally, I don't even like wooden designs like this, but honestly it kind of fits my style. But let me know if it fits your style. Leave a comment down below. But there's not too much to say about the kitchen. The kitchen looks perfect. Obviously it has some old wooden aspects to it, like this little crazy little countertop cabinet that I've never seen before. I mean, I don't know, I guess I'm too young for that, but like I said, it's not too much to say. Honestly, this house is really good so far in my opinion. Let me know what you think in the comments. Would you buy this house for $169K, or would you think that it's a little too high in that price point? But other than that, let's go check out the bedroom. When it comes to the bed and bathrooms, this is the master bedroom. This bedroom is perfect for, you know, like I mentioned early in the video, this is not a big family type of home. It's only a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom, just a little more space than the first one. But this property is perfect for a couple, or you're just living on your own. Now, when it comes to the master bedroom, I mentioned that you don't get a lot of space. And if you guys can take a look and come with me and look at the other bedroom, obviously you're not gonna have too much space in there either. But there's not too much to say about it. It's really super clean. It's really what it is. It's really how it is of the bedroom. It's not too bad in my opinion. But if we come over here and check out the bathroom, the bathroom looks like it needs a little bit more modernized. It looks like it needs to be more upgraded. But if that's not a problem to you, that is perfect in your opinion. But other than that, it's not too much to say about the bathroom. The bathroom is really how it is. If you like bathrooms like that, go for it. My opinion, I will probably remodel it. That is my honest opinion, but the bathroom is not bad. It's really what it is, like I said. And if you like that, this is what it is for $169,000. Now, before we move into the next property, let's check out the backyard. If you are a gardener, you're gonna love this. I mentioned that it is a well-gardened space. If you're a gardener, this will be the home for you. This backyard is pretty spacious. When I walked here and when I told myself I was going to schedule this property, I immediately thought anybody that loves the outdoors and loves the garden, this house would be perfect for them. If you look over, you have a garden bed over there, and if you know, you got a little bonfire with some sticks on top of it. So like I said, this property's been on the market for 55 days. So it wasn't too long when the sellers have done something to this property. And you have a little nice table with some nice chairs over there. And they left some plants, or I mean, I'm not a gardener, I'm not too much on gardening, but I'm just gonna go off what I see so far. Obviously they planted some stuff, they left it as is. And there's actually a creek behind here too, if you don't mind about that. There's actually a creek behind here too, and it doesn't look as, you know, as appealing or as really goes with the property. But if you don't mind the creek, there is a creek behind here too. I wouldn't mind it. I like being by the water, but not necessarily by creeks. But it wouldn't bother me if I had to choose to live on this property. But not too much to say. Really nice spacious backyard. If you love gardening, this backyard will be for you. But other than that, let's get into the next property that's in the Heights, the only Heights property we have for this video. Now, as soon as you walk into this type of property, really you're going to notice that it's very old-fashioned. It is a lot of wood, something that I personally would not prefer. I'm more of a modern type of guy, not really into the old school type of classic things. But if you're into this is the property for you. And actually, this property is built in 1945-ish, prior to World War II when it ended. You know me, I'm a very historical type of guy. I love history, but I just had to throw this house on the list for the Heights area because it's something that is not necessarily seen, especially this neighborhood. I'm going to show you guys why it is worth $305,000. It's not necessarily when you go on this property tour you see that, oh, it doesn't look like it's worth $305,000. It's the area around it. It's the neighborhood around it. It is the amenities that are around it. So let's go ahead and take a look at first of all, let's take a look at the living area and what we have to say about it. And actually, before we get into this next part, I do want to say this does have a recent price change. Just like I said, it went from $324 to $305 now. So let's get right into it. Now, immediately when you take a look into the property, especially into the living space, you obviously don't get too much of a big area. Like I said, this house is built in 1945, and it looks like the homeowner did stay in here for quite some time. Nothing in here is quite modernized. Everything looks prior to that time of year, but the living area is fairly kind of small, something bit decent, something family sized. But as soon as you take a walk into the dining area is quite small too. Something that, it reminds me that nobody here was tall at all. Everybody here had to be like 5'5", 5 foot. So obviously this wasn't a tall family, as you can tell from the chandelier to how tall the roofs are. So come take a look at me into the kitchen as I show you what the kitchen is like. The kitchen, as soon as you walk in here, you can tell that everything has just been outdated from 1945. Homeowners did not update this house at all. Prior to probably something we probably don't see, probably the back shed or something. But obviously the stove is pretty old. The refrigerator is pretty old too. Everything, the countertops, from the dishwasher, from everything around that you see is pretty outdated. Not saying it's bad, but if you like outdated properties, this property is for you. Now, this main frame of this property is just nothing but wood. If you like wood interior, this property is for you. Now, this also is a 3-bed, 2-bathroom property. As I forgot to mention, this is about I think 1,300 square foot. I have to double check it, but 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom. As you can see, you guys, I will turn the camera here. This is the first bedroom over here. I can put it over here. It's not too much to say, little bedroom. And obviously, if you turn to my right over here, this is the first bathroom, as you can see. But it has this really kind of weird hallway, that's my opinion, but pretty nice hallway. And as soon as you walk down here, you'll be greeted with this fully wooden area, kind of a work area, kind of a little lounge area, as I like to call it. But this is a pretty older type of home. I don't know what kind of names you guys would tell me this. Tell me in the comments below what kind of home would. Am I too young for this? Am I too young to know what all these things are in this home? But that's not all. let's take a look around the master bedroom. The master bedroom is fairly decent. Again, on my right, you do get 2 washer and dryer machines. And on my left, you get a little closet space area. And as soon as, you know, most of the time, most bed and bathrooms, especially master bedrooms, are connected together. This one is not connected together. As soon as you walk through, you'll be greeted with a bathroom, a kind of outdated bathroom. As you guys can tell, everything is a bit outdated. Like I said, if this is your type of motion, this is what you'll like. Me personally, I like the style, I like the design of it, I like the look of it, but it personally would not fit me. But other than that, there's not too much to say. Before we go into the backyard, I do want to show you guys this little lounge area, this little workspace. Overall, this little lounge area is something I have not seen in years, ever since I was a little kid. This is what it comes with. It comes with a little lounge area. If I had to buy this home, I would turn this into my kind of spacious office area. I don't know if you guys can really see me. It's not a lot of lighting here, but this office slash lounge space does have an outdoor way to the backyard, and the backyard is what's really the highlight of this property, since it has a really big shed, a really big work shed. If you're into that, my dad will love that, and some of my clients would love this too. I have a client who's looking for a property with a big shed like this. Hopefully they'll be interested in this video. Hopefully they'll be interested in listening to go out and go look at this property. But without further ado, let's go out and go look into the backyard. In the backyard, the highlight of the property has this beautiful balcony, beautiful deck to it. I personally never had a deck with the properties I lived in, but big, huge storage space, big, huge workshop. You have a bamboo tree over there, something I have not personally seen in a long time on the property. You have a couple ornaments. You actually have some sprinklers for the property, something that's a part of the property that comes with it. But simple as that. Big balcony, big workspace, little garden area. How do I feel about it? I think it's worth the price. $305. It could be a little lower than that in terms of my opinion, but some people may think it's worth $105. Some people may think it's worth less than that. But let me know what you guys think. But without further ado, let's get into the last property that's in Hillcrest. So I'm excited to show you this one. This one is kind of a modern type of property. So welcome to the last home in Hillcrest. And this property is really remodeled. It's fairly new. And the reason why I really like this property is because it has a little nice castle look to it. As soon as you walk in, you are greeted by these very glossy wooden floors, to be honest. And really an astonishing remodeled property. And there's a lot to go through here, because when I walk through here, it has a lot of things that I didn't expect this property to have, especially when looking at it, when trying to prospect it into putting in the video. So let's take a look at the property. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 1,900 square foot home. But like I said, guys, in the living room, you are immediately greeted with glossy wooden floors. This is a very, very, very spacious home. It may not look like it on the camera, but it is a very spacious home. And right behind me is a wooden fireplace. And as soon as you step out of the living room area, you're greeted by this really large dining room area. This is enough to fit a table and some other amenities that you want to put in this dining room. And Behind this dining room is a very large space that you could probably put it as an office space. You could probably put something next to this very beautiful kitchen that I like to show you. In my opinion, this kitchen is very, very, very well put together, very astonished, very well done. This kitchen is absolutely beautiful in my opinion. I really like this kind of old, modernized fashion type of stove. And you can tell the property is old. You can tell the property is very modern, very done, because you can see the kind of still the brick foundation that it still has. But what really highlights this property is its overall just white, straight white color. And obviously the backyard. The backyard has a shed and it has a big garden area. But before we get into the backyard area, I'm gonna show you more of the upstairs property. But let's get to it. This is the first bedroom. And the bedroom is fairly large. Bigger than my room, to be honest. And it kind of has a very awkward bathroom and an awkward kind of closet area. I mean, it has a long walkway closet area, but the bathroom is kind of an eyesore, but it's kind of cool at the same time. It's a very white layered bathroom. I don't have a problem with it. Some people may have a problem with it. Some people may have, people don't like the all white out bathroom, but that's not all to this property. Let's get to the upstairs area of the property. When you're walking up the stairs, you will be greeted by this massive master bathroom. It's kind of a little tongue twister, but you'll be greeted by this big master bathroom, and right beside it is another bedroom. This bedroom can be used for, like I said, another bedroom, or it can be used for another office space. And with this window right here, you can oversee other people's properties, and it's a very great view. Obviously, it can be a big tree right in front of it, but that's no biggie, because you gotta think about it. When you're living in the Hillcrest area, you're living in a very, 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 very close community like the Heights area. So let's look into the master bedroom, which is probably my favorite part of the house. This is the master bedroom. Can you guys tell what is my favorite part of the master bedroom? This big giant window that oversees the whole neighborhood. And for $360K, I think it's perfectly worth it. Now, when you walk into this room, obviously you're gonna see this big window, but it has a kind of weird little attic, little closet area that it has, which I personally don't mind. In my opinion, it's kind of small. And also in this bedroom, it has a big giant air conditioning. So if you're really that type of, hot sleeper, you get hot at night, don't worry about that. This property will cover you with a giant fan on top, and next to it, a big giant air conditioning. Now, that's not the end of this property. Before we end this, we're going to be checking the backyard. So come with me to the backyard area. This backyard area will really highlight this property. This is a huge backyard. You probably can't tell because obviously it's a YouTube video. You're probably not going to see everything. But huge shed, huge workshop like in the last property tour. But this backyard is way bigger than the last one. Like I said, this property is 1,900 square foot. Right behind me is a built-in deck, like a built-in indoor deck. That's obviously, it's been built in, it's been painted, it's been color coded with the property. Not too much to say out here. Big giant gardening area. It has a bonfire, a built-in bonfire area, and a new wooden fence that's been added to it. But overall, beautiful property. I love the nature aspect that's around it. I love the castle aspect of it. I love the castle like type of design of it. This is one of my favorite properties. I saved the best for last for Hillcrest. And overall, guys, that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know which one would you choose, Heights or Hillcrest? I wanted to end this video with the topic of Heights versus Hillcrest, and let me know in the comments which one you choose out of all 4 properties. Other than that, all my socials on my TikTok, Instagram, Facebook links are down below. Be sure to follow those. I post daily real estate content and weekly property tours. And if you need a realtor, all my info is down below. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. It took a lot of time to make this and a lot of driving. So please share it. Please find anybody that's interested in any of these listings, or if you're interested in any of these listings, feel free to contact me down below. Again, thank you guys for watching to the end. I'll see you guys in the next one. Let's get it.